Welcome into another presentation of Arkansas Tech Baseball. I am Caden Hauser here today, joined by Jonah Procott, and we are here for the matchup of the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys and Southern Nazarene. The Wonder Boys come into this match at 22-18 and 16-8 in the Great American Conference. Southern Nazarene kind of on the opposite side at 8-30 overall and 1-23 in the Great American Conference. To get a little bit of a late start today, delayed for the rain, but still expecting a great baseball game. What are you expecting today, Jonah?
I'm expecting it shouldn't really be a close one. The Wonder Boys have been stifled on offense as of lately. They haven't been swinging the bat very well. This Southern Nazarene team is ranked worst in the conference for pitching in terms of their statistics. So this would be a good way for this offense to get their groove here going into these last couple weekend series against OKBU and Harding, which are ranked toward the top of the conference. And every game matters from here on out since they are 4 games behind Arkansas Monticello for the lead in the conference.
On the opposite side, Southern Nazarene really isn't too bad with the bats in their hand. They are ranked 6th in the conference up at the plate. So it's going to be important for Arkansas Tech to get on the mound. And, of course, they have someone that is dominant on the mound in this year that we've been a part of games for, and that is Cole Dixon. What's going to be the key to success for him on the mound today to pick up a nice win?
Yeah, just controlling the zone with his fastball. Cole Dixon does have a very good fastball, and then working his off-speed off of that. And has a really good changeup and slider. Really just got to fill the zone against this Southern Nazarene team.
Up to the plate for Southern Nazarene first will be the second baseman, Cade Ross. He'll be followed by Blake Brinkmeyer and then Kane Springer. First pitch right down Broadway for Cole Dixon, and that gets tonight's ball game started off with an 0-1 count in favor of the Wonder Boys. Second pitch gets sent to center field. Taken in on a dime. Not too much work having to be done out there. That play made by Kirby Jenkins, and that'll bring up Blake Brinkmeyer for Southern Nazarene. Quick first out, as you can see. Cole Dixon is filling up that zone. At least in that first at-bat, he continues here. 3 straight strikes right down the middle, challenging these Southern Nazarene batters early. Does it yet again. He is yet to miss the zone, and they have all been pretty hittable, but one's been put in play. Other 3 have been taken. 0-2 count now for Brinkmeyer. This one sent foul down the third base line.
Now, pitching's going to need to hold up their end for Arkansas Tech. Ranked 2nd in the conference in terms of that. 11th for batting. So if they want to stay in this one, they're going to have to do it with their defense.
The 1-2 delivery from Dixon. Barely misses the zone, pushes the 2-2. 2 straight balls for Cole Dixon. The 2-2. Too high yet again. Had that similar location there on the first ball of this at-bat. Now we're pushed to a full count. Gets the inside heat to catch up Brinkmeyer. Gets him tied up on the inside, and that'll be Cole Dixon's first strikeout of the day, and brings up the 3-hole hitter, number 20, the catcher, Kane Springer.
The boys are coming off a win here at the Baz on Tuesday against Christian Brothers. They won that one 2-0. Not a lot of offense in that one.
Big swing and a miss there for Springer on the first pitch of his first at-bat today. Nice breaking ball, drops in beautifully for a strike, 0-2.
Yeah, there's Cole demanding the zone with his off speed. You can't hit the zone with your off speed. It makes it easy for the hitters to just zone in on that fastball.
This one headed up the middle on a bounce, taken in by Drew Vega. The native fires it over to first base, makes a beautiful throw, and that gets us out of the first inning. Arkansas Tech sits down the Crimson Storm, 1-2-3. Heading up for Arkansas Tech when we return will be Derek Rocket, Cole Dawson, and Tyler Sardelli. Back for the bottom of the first inning on the mound for Southern Nazarene will be Lane Benavides. He comes into this game with a 10.47 ERA, a 2.08 WHIP. He's 2-2 on the season so far. And even with that high ERA, he's picked up 2 wins. First ball to Derek Rocket is put in play, and it's foul down the third baseline. With this higher ERA, but with 2 wins, what's going to be a key to success today for Benavides?
Hopefully he has no key to success. Hopefully it's just the Wonder Boys laying it to him right away. He's given up almost 2 hits an inning this year and is averaging over giving up a run every inning. So, yeah, hopefully the Wonder Boys just lay into him right away and on to the next. Need to get some sort of juice going in this offense. It's been rough.
Another foul ball there by Rocket. He quickly faces an 0-2 count here with no outs. Benavides is attacking the zone early. Goes outside there. Good eye by Rocket with 2 strikes.
That was a good changeup there. Threw that right off the black on the outside half. Good eye by Rocket to lay off that one.
This one sent yet again down the third baseline. That one will travel foul as well. All 3 foul balls so far for Rocket have traveled that way.
That was a good double up there by Benavides. Same pitch. Rocket offering it this one. Rocket's batting .301 this year. Got moved to the leadoff spot after he had a few walks against Christian Brothers here at the Baz Tuesday.
Good eye there. Pushes the count to even at 2 apiece. 2-2. Inside. Doesn't catch Rocket, but pushes the count to full. 3-2 here in this first at-bat. We're nearing about 8 pitches here. $18 walks on the season for Derek Rocket. Won't get one of those here, but he sends a ball into the left center gap, and that will drop down. He's going to turn the corner, heading for 2. Gets in without a slide. He's upstanding. And he talked about giving up those 2 hits per inning on average. Derek Rocket gets it started with a leadoff double.
Yeah, now Cole Dawson has an opportunity to bring him in for the first run in this one. Solid sequence there from Benavides, but just better hitting there from Derek Rocket.
Cole Dawson consistently hitting in the 2-hole for the Wonder Boys this season. First pitch strike there from Benavides.
Cole really good at going with that outside pitch and poking that through second and first base hole. Seems to be a large hole there right now with second holding Rocket on.
It's a little tapper sent back to the mound. Advances Rocket to third. Dawson can't make it in time to first, but that'll bring up Tyler Sardelli with a prime position to bring in a run from third.
Yeah, productive out there from Cole. Kind of a swing and bunt action. Now Rocket's 90 feet away from scoring. Sardelli's just got to put this one in the outfield somewhere. He comes into this one batting .282.
Played and started in all 40 games this season. First pitch taken for a strike, 0-1.
Sardelli, one of them guys who usually gets deep into counts. Has 29 walks this year to show for that.
Lays off the 0-1. Pushes the count to a 1-1. Arkansas Tech picked up the first hit in the leadoff spot with Derek Rocket. He now sits at third with Tyler Sardelli at the plate. On deck is Kirby Jenkins. 1 out on the board. Another strike there from Benavides. Pushes the count to 1-2.
Benavides has really good movement on his changeup. It's a pretty good pitch. It'll be interesting to see how if he decides to throw that against the righty-heavy lineup in the Wonder Boys today.
This one's sent right off the middle, and he has a nice kick right to his shortstop. Throw is in time. That was a close call that brings in a run. And my goodness, what a play from Benavides. That would have been a sure single if he doesn't kick that like a soccer ball off the back foot right to his shortstop.
Yeah, kick save and a beauty there from Benavides. Getting the assist on that one. Good play by the shortstop as well, Garcia. Fire that one to first against Sardelli, who's not a slow runner by any means.
Any chance you think that was on purpose?
I think Benavides would tell you that it was.
Looked like it was on purpose. That was clean. It was right to the shortstop. Close call, too. I thought Sardelli looked safe over there at first. First base ump has other ideas. Kirby Jenkins at the plate now. He's facing 0-1, now facing 0-2.
I'm impressed with Benavides so far. He's got good stuff. Numbers don't really show for that, though.
Do you feel like that can happen for pitchers really at any level, from this level all the way up to the majors? Pitchers can really have a nice tool set, nice work, but it just really doesn't pan out sometimes, and hitters really just have your number.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate how that happens. As a pitcher, it's kind of deflating, but, that's baseball.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. It's Kirby Jenkins at the plate. Lays off a breaking ball. It sweeps outside. Full count.
Kirby does lead the team in average this year and actually every other major stat for offense, other than walks. Leads in strikeouts as well, as he picks up one there.
Didn't pick up the walk. He'll sure pick up that strikeout. Laid off a pitch that was pretty primely down the middle, but Arkansas Tech is happy to pick up their solo run. That came off one hit that was brought around by Derek Rocket. Arkansas Tech leads at the end of the first inning, 1-0. Back for the top of the second inning, up to bat for Southern Nazarene will be the four-hole hitter, number 21, Josh Bay.
It comes into this one batting .347 on the year. He's got 50 hits, 12 doubles, 16 home runs, leads the team by far, by 11. Wow.
45 ribbies along with that. And 114 total bases, which is almost close to double to anyone else on this roster.
Impressive stats from the four-hole.
Gets hit there, and he'll take a free bag. And that'll be the first base runner for the Crimson Storm of tonight's ball game.
Dixon came into this game with a 6.09 ERA. He's 3-3 on the year. This will be his 11th start. Hasn't come out of the bullpen one time this year. He's thrown 44 innings, given up 46 hits, 30 runs, 26 strikeouts, or 26 walks, 44 strikeouts.
This bunt goes way behind home plate for the five-hole hitter, which is Braden Pingle, center fielder.
He's batting .208 this year. 33 hits, 3 home runs, 6 doubles, triple.
Tries to lay down a bunt again. This one goes behind home plate. Johnson fires to second. Tag. No good.
Ooh, I think that was a bad call. I think Cole Dawson got his glove on his shin before his cleat caught second base.
David Dawson's coming out to talk about it.
And rightfully so. That was a bad call. He's the closest one to it.
Not a lot of speed on the bag for the power hitter, who now advances to second.
Just his third stolen base this year. That comes off a throw to the backstop. Dixon's got to get his fastball back in the zone.
2-1 count now, facing for Braden Pingle. Has a runner on second. Could potentially get that run back, even this game up at 1. Cole Dixon looking to avoid that. Breaking ball can't find the zone either. 3-1. On deck is James Bodine.
That was an amazing play by Weston Johnston behind the plate, too, delivering an absolute strike to second, playing that one off the backstop.
Nice delivery there from Dixon. Puts the count full, 3-2. Johnson has had a little trouble staying in front of pitches behind home plate, but his throws to second and third this year, in my opinion, they have been phenomenal. All on target. Keeps the count full here for Dixon. Josh Bay on second. Pingle at home. And he gets struck out. Doesn't agree too much with that call, but he'll be walking in the same direction. And that will bring up James Bodine, the first baseman.
Yeah, great breaking ball there by Cole Dixon. Starting that one down the middle. I'm surprised we didn't get a swing out of Pingle. But Cole will take the strikeout looking.
Swing and a miss there. Swinging for the fences is Bodine.
Bodine comes into this one batting .351. Just his 21st game started, though. 26 hits, only 6 extra base hits, a lot of singles. Only 9 runs batted in. Has an opportunity here with Bay at second.
Dixon has that 0-2 advantage now with just that one out. One sent down third baseline, goes foul. Keeps the count at 0-2. Dixon with the 0-2 delivery. This one sent down first baseline. That one travels foul as well. Keeps the count the same. Heading on to the 5th pitch of the at-bat.
Yeah, that's about all Bodine could have done with that pitch, too. Fastball, a couple balls outside. Defensive swing.
This one sent back. He almost gets a mid on it, but can't. This one travels through the infield. Rounding the home will be Bay. No throw. And the Crimson Storm tie this game up at 1 apiece. And that is an RBI for James Bodine.
Yeah, his 10th of the year now. That's what this new team can do to you. They're going to do it with their bats. Certainly not their arms. They did it with their bats there, making Cole Dixon pay. That old 0-2 fastball just got too much plate. Not a good chase pitch at all. Had a couple pitches to waste. Bodine rips that one up the middle.
This one's sent foul here. This is Aiden McCullough at the plate for Southern Nazarene, sitting at the 1-23 record in the Great American Conference. They are not in a pretty spot to compete for anything in the Great American Conference tournament or potentially get a bid for it. But they can certainly mess up some teams that they're facing here at the end of this season, like Arkansas Tech, picking up a loss here or any tomorrow. That would be detrimental for Arkansas Tech for their seeding. So in this point of the season, Southern Nazarene is really just here to really rain on the parade.
Yeah, they're playing spoiler.
And this one gets spoiled up the middle. Nice flip by Dawson to first. Not in time. Great scoop at first by Taller Sardelli to keep it within the diamond. Can't make the throw on time. That'll put 2 outs on the board, and that brings up Braden Salinas.
Awesome play by Dawson to get the lead runner. McCullough just too fast for Vega to turn him. I tell you what, every one of these games down the stretch are going to be super important to this Wonder Boys team, trying to get that automatic bid by winning the regular season conference.
Check to first, not in time. I'm sure not too much weight on the shoulders of this Southern Nazarene team competing today, but a lot of pressure on Arkansas Tech just to pick up much-needed wins. Another check to first. Drops out of the glove of Sardelli in safely.
Braden Salinas coming into this one, batting .233 only. Just his 18th game started. Only 14 hits this year. 4 extra base hits.
This one fouled back our way as the first pitch of this 2-out at bat. Brings us to 0-1. Oh, 1-2 out. Nice pitch, but doesn't catch the zone. According to home plate, 1-1 now, 2 outs.
That was a tough call there. I thought Dixon might have gotten a shade of the plate there.
Runner goes. Johnston on a hop. The throw, the tag, in time. Great grab there at second base by Drew Vega. That'll give the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys the bats back in the bottom of the second. Southern Nazarene does pick up a run at the top of the second, but limits just to that. One hit for both teams. Wonder Boys back up to bat.
Welcome to St. Mary's Regional Health System, your trusted healthcare partner in Russellville. Since 1925, we've grown alongside our community, providing compassionate care to generations. With advances in technology and a dedicated team, we continue to evolve, driven by our mission of making communities healthier. Thank you, Russellville, for allowing our family to care for yours. St. Mary's Regional Health System, making communities healthier.
Back for the bottom of the second, Arkansas Tech will start with their 5-hole hitter, and today that will be the redshirt junior, Levi Martin. Lane Benavides, he has a 10 ERA, but gave up 1 run in that first inning and really had some good pitches. He looks to potentially improve on that if you're a Crimson Storm fan, and if you're looking through the perspective of Arkansas Tech, you're looking to see that 10 ERA prosper, and that gets off to a good start for the Wonder Boy faithful as Levi Martin sends a single right back to the pitcher.
Yeah, it would be good for the Wonder Boys to put on a show tonight here, too, with a really good crowd here at the Baz. It is senior weekend. A lot of families in town.
Up to the plate now is Tommy Kaya. Bats in the leadoff every once in a while for this lineup. Pretty often, actually. But today, batting in the 6th spot. What can potentially make that lineup switch? I know you said he didn't have the greatest go midweek against Christian Brothers, so is that most likely the reason to be getting put in the 6th spot?
Yeah, Coach Dawson could just be looking at this offensive production here the last couple weeks and just deciding that he needs to switch up the lineup, give some guys some new fresh looks. Levi Martin getting the start for DH today.
1-1 count now for Kaya. Levi Martin, you mentioned he's on first base, gets a decent lead over there.
And not a lot of speed from Levi.
gets checked with that decent lead he had, gets back in safely.
Yeah, he's got a healthy lead. Perfect lead, I'd say. Anything more would be a little bit too dangerous.
With no outs, Arkansas Tech looking to put some more run on the board. Kaya sends one foul down the third baseline. Bats continue to swing for Arkansas Tech. They haven't been watching too many pitches so far today, getting the bats going, but that's also because Benavides is giving them pitches to hit.
Yeah, he is attacking the zone pretty consistently here.
This one also sent down third baseline, but foul.
He's going to be an issue if he starts throwing that changeup for a strike every so often, making the hitters respect that.
Just noticing Tommy Kaya's a little old school here. No batting gloves up at the dish. A little bit of an old school batting stance as well. And it works out in his favor as he sends one to right field. Martin will hold at second. Wonder Boy starting to brew something here in the bottom of the second, as they have two runners on now for the third baseman, Brendan Bard.
Yeah, Weston Johnston comes into this one batting .278. He's got 32 hits this year, only 4 extra base hits. 19 RBIs, though. He's been a timely hitter from time to time.
Good pitch to start the at-bat from Benavides. Pushes the count to 0-1. Two runners on with no outs. Kind of some pressure on this Wonder Boy lineup to capitalize. Of course, you want something good to happen. To check to second, no go.
Yeah, I fully expect Weston to lay down a sacrifice bunt here. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't. It's kind of the way Dave Dawson does things here at Arkansas Tech.
And another hard hit single right through the infield. Runners hold. Another nice hot shot sent through the infield. And that'll give Arkansas Tech yet another single. Pushes to their 5th hit of the day. And that brings up now Brendan Bard.
Got a good piece there by Weston Johnston. 3 singles, 3 ground balls, all different directions. Up the middle for Levi Martin. Into right field for Tommy Kia. And then Johnston sticks this one into left field. Now it's time for Brendan Bard to go over the fence.
First pitch too low. Bard takes the 1-0 advantage. Now, of course, a lot of pressure on the shoulders of Brendan Bard, but a lot of pressure on Benavides. Who would you say is more tense here in this situation?
Definitely Benavides with 0 outs. Just looking for anything to go here. Brendan Bard's playing with house money.
Check to first, doesn't get the call. That'll be a ball. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, no outs. Pitch clock gets right inside 5. Benavides with the delivery. Can't find the zone yet again. Doesn't want to walk in a run, but he's working towards that as he now has the 3-0 count.
Yeah, he looks a little sped up now, mechanics-wise. Now he's giving up 3 straight hits.
He's giving up 3 straight hits and a walk now, and that'll bring around Levi Martin for the free. Keeps the bases loaded, and they bring in a run, and it brings up the Russellville native Drew Vega.
No movement in the bullpen yet. For the Crimson Storm. Gonna ride with their guy, Benavides.
What a grab at third base. My goodness, Brinkmeyer. That was some run saving right there.
Yeah, I mean, Drew Vega absolutely got all of that one. Brinkmeyer, just good reaction time over there at third. Good on the runners, too, to freeze and go back to the base. It's an easy play for someone to get doubled up on.
It's too quick for almost anyone to get a reaction. They came off the bat hot, but great play at third. One out now for the leadoff hitter, Derek Rocket. He started off this game with a base hit. Ball bounces there, and that will go off of Rocket, and that walks in a run. Coming in will be Tommy Kaya, and up to the plate now will be the senior Cole Dawson.
And now the merry-go-round goes round and round. Benavides just needs to slow down a little bit.
Arkansas Tech with one out. They have the bases loaded, have a great chance to get something cooking here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, Cole Dawson can be the charcoal briquette here for this offense.
First pitch takes a strike, 0-1 here. Benavides. He's, like you said, really gotten sped up here in this inning after giving up those hits, and both of the runs given up came off walks. One was a 4-pitch walk, the other was a hit by pitch. Dawson gets one foul down the third base line.
Now there was that changeup from Benavides. Dawson ahead on that one. I do think the righty-righty changeup is a pitch that you can have a lot of success on, especially if you get a lot of movement on it.
Another foul ball by Dawson. I have noticed that Benavides has produced a lot of foul balls from this Wonder Boy offense so far. And on the mound, just depending on your stuff, what can produce that, specifically just this high amount of foul balls?
Yeah, usually that's from the movement on your pitches. The hitter's not fully being able to barrel it up.
And this one put in place similar to the first at-bat from Dawson, and the throw is off target, brings in a run. And coming around to score is Brendan Bard as well. Weston Johnson, Brendan Bard. Come in on the wild throw to first. Couldn't come up with it cleanly is Bodine. Arkansas Tech gets some more free runs. Keeps runners on the corners now with just one out.
Yeah, Brinkmeyer had that awesome play on Drew Vega, but now gives it right back to Tech with that one. I thought he should have went home to get the lead runner, especially with the force. Instead, does the off-balance throw to first. That would have been a tough play to get the speedy Cole Dawson.
Yeah, great job by Dawson in running out and get him sped up on the throw as well, not making it easy. Now you got runners on the corners with 4 runs so far in this inning. Those runners are Weston Johnston and Derek Rocket. This one's sent, and it will drop, and Wonder Boys bring in yet another run. And now runners on first and second with 6 hits, 6 runs, and 5 in this inning.
And now we got life in the Crimson Storm dugout.
As expected.
Or bullpen, I should say.
Got a pitching coach headed to give a talk to Benavides as it's really started to unravel here in this inning.
Yeah, not the hitter that they want to see after Benavides has been giving up hits left and right. This is by far the most dangerous guy in this Wonder Boy lineup in Kirby Jenkins. Leads them in hits, extra base hits, RBIs, home runs. Runs as well, even. Slugging over 600 this year. That's super impressive. He did strike out looking last time he was up, though. I don't expect that to happen here again.
It's 5 runs brought in so far this inning, just 1 out for Benavides. Just needs to get something going as he has 2 runners on. And not a man you want to see at the plate in Kirby Jenkins.
Yeah, might have gotten a friendly call there. That one looked like it could have been at the top of the zone.
This one, a hot shot, skips right under the glove of the second baseman, Cade Ross. Saw it right there, just didn't get that glove down. Kind of kept it just a tad bit off the dirt. And that hot shot skips right under, brings a runner to third and a runner into the score. 6 runs in the inning now for the Wonder Boys.
Yeah, Kirby got all of that one and must have shocked Cade Ross there at second base. Didn't commit to staying low on that ball.
Right to him. Didn't have to move too much for that one. Looked like could have been a double play potential, but instead brings in a run, and runners are now on the corners. And of course, if you're Benavides with the inning you've already had, that's one of the last things you want to see. This one's sent down the first baseline and foul.
Yeah, the snowball effect is on for this team. Good to see some life from this Wonder Boy offense. It's been a while. They always play better here at home. They like their home cooking.
Now with this home cooking, they're going to need to defend their yard when they get the gloves back out and get Cole Dixon back on the mound, because you can't have this great inning giving up or putting up 6 runs and then just let them get it right back. You need to get the bats back up while they're hot. But before that occurs, we still have 1 ball, 1 strike here. And up at the plate is Levi Martin with just 1 out and runners on the corners. Fouls one off.
Yeah, my high school basketball coach always said, step on the throat anytime you had some sort of a lead against a team. That's what the Wonder Boys need to do here by shutting them down, shutting their bats down.
One ball, 2 strike. Benavides needing to get an easy out. Won't get it here, potentially, as Martin sends one to center field, and that one gets over the head of the center fielder. Drops down. 1 run comes in easily, rounding and scoring. And that will be Tyler Sardelli coming in, and Kirby Jenkins all the way around from first. Clears the base pads for the Wonder Boys. Now at second is Levi Martin. And man, what an inning so far for Arkansas Tech.
Yeah, Levi's on pace to get a cycle this inning with a single and now a double. And the center fielder, Braden Pingle, was playing far in. I don't know why. That Martin's hit landed in the grass in the outfield. Pingle also didn't take a very good route at that ball, turning left and right the whole way back.
Now, some of that also, we just had it rain a little bit before game time, of course. I'm sure the outfield is a little slick, probably a little hard for him to gain traction out there. Disregarding that he was up, of course, you could probably get to that ball a little easier if it's not soaked. But how much is that rain, do you think, playing an effect on this game overall?
It certainly will for the infield, even though they've done a great job drying it with the quick dry. And I think it might just affect the pitching more so if you get a ball that's semi-wet back to you. You can always swap it out, but some guys don't. Yeah, in the outfield, I don't know. I think that was just a misread there from Pingle and just not in the right position whatsoever to begin that at bat.
Pitching now will be Christian Garcia for Southern Nazarene. He comes in with a 13.02 ERA and a 2.68 WHIP. 0-3 so far. He's had 8 appearances and 5 games started. 18 2/3 pitched, 37 hits given up, 27 earned runs, 13 walks, just 18 strikeouts. And he's given up 6 long shots on the season. Arkansas Tech with hot bats, I'm sure that's something they like to see. course, like you mentioned, coming into this game, Arkansas Tech, the bats, they weren't necessarily hot coming into this. Just picked up a 2-0 win against Christian Brothers, but they already have 9 runs today, quadrupling their run total from Tuesday. So in a game like this against the Southern Nazarene team that is 1-23 in the respective conference, you love to see the bats gain some easy confidence.
Yeah, and honestly, the only difference might just be the atmosphere. The weekend games obviously filled with a lot more fans and mean a lot more since it does count toward your GAC record, whereas the midweeks don't. But the Wonder Boys certainly have a lot more juice tonight than they did on Tuesday. I don't think the pitching's much different between the Christian Brothers and this new Crimson Storm.
Tommy Kaya will be the first batter that Christian Garcia sees so far today. Kaya had a single in his first at-bat, came around to score. Arkansas Tech so far 7 for 12 today, batting .583 as a team. Great start. And that continues as this one is sent into left field for a single. Little slip out there. And Levi Martin has a little slip too. A little bit of that rain coming into play there. Seeing
Yeah, no kidding.
2 slips on back-to-back instances. Martin did a good job of getting back to second, though, after he thought he was heading home.
Yeah, Tommy's had some weird backspin on that, and Salinas might have just overran it. Good on him to dive back and knock it down. Save a run from scoring.
Weston Johnston to the plate. Takes a high ball on the first pitch. And now this is the second time now through the order for Arkansas Tech. These guys seen their second at-bat already of the game. It all came in this inning. This one fouled off by Weston Johnston to the right side. And that's a bouncer that gets away from the catcher. Both guys run, and both make it safely. Not too much hustle from the Crimson Storm as Levi Martin makes it in smoothly at home, extends their lead to 10-1. Tommy Kaya to second.
Yeah, they're just beating a down dog right now. Wonder Boys laying it to them this inning. Looks like Garcia has some good stuff too. He's got some good velo behind his fastball. It's just a matter of getting it in the zone consistently and working your off speed off of that.
High foul ball sent behind home plate, gets out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think we've been at this 1-out mark for quite some time.
A nine-run merry-go-round started here in the second.
That one heads behind Weston Johnston, making it easily to third will be Tommy Kaya.
There's no signs of stopping either.
Had first pitch here today at 7:15. We're pushing up on 8:10 for the time. And first inning went by rather quick. And really the top of the second, majority of this time has been taken up here by this bottom second. And they pick up that second out there on a Weston Johnston strikeout. And up to the plate now will be Brendan Bard, who had a walk, brought in a run on that walk in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Bard didn't see anything remotely close to the zone in his first at-bat. I won't be surprised if he jumps on the first pitch, and he did.
Sends it foul. A little bit of the commentator curse there.
Yeah, he didn't let me finish it, though. Otherwise, it would have been a lot more smooth.
Kaya gets a wealthy lead at second. This one travels low, but taken in nicely behind the plate by Springer.
Yeah, anytime after a 4-pitch walk, you kind of just get eager to see and swing at something. That's certainly what Bard did there.
And this one gets by yet again. No sense of urgency by this Southern Nazarene team whatsoever. And that brings in another run.
And now with the scoreboard flashing as 0 because they can't go double digits in an inning, it might throw some people off here in the crowd. How do they have 11 runs?
They definitely throw me off if I was driving by. Two errors so far for Southern Nazarene. Also hasn't helped to account with the 8 hits they've given up. 7 of which are in this inning. Brendan Bard sends one foul.
Head coach Dave Dawson with the stop there. Love to see your head coach have some mitts.
Like father, like son. His son shows it at shortstop.
Taught him everything he knows.
Now, would Cole tell you that?
I don't know. I think Cole would say he's self-taught.
He makes some phenomenal plays at second. He's already shown it tonight with the flips he makes to Drew Vega most of the time there for some of them double plays. That's some phenomenal stuff. Speaking of Drew Vega, he's up to the plate now.
Yeah, Cole puts in the work with that stuff too. He's a grinder.
First pitch strike delivered there from Christian Garcia. And with that father-son connection, of course, you've been on the field with him and in the dugout, in the bullpen, all these many places. Does Dave Dawson give him more? Would you say he give him a harder time on the field?
Certainly, yeah. Yeah. Anytime he screws up, it's the world's ending. That's just because he cares so much.
This one sent foul. Out of play. 0-2 now, 2 outs.
Vega had that hard hit to the third baseman, Brinkmeyer, who robbed him of extra base hits and some RBIs.
And this one on a hot liner. Nice play in right field there by McCullough. And that could have been nasty if he didn't make that catch. Could have kept this inning going.
He's getting robbed.
And that is unfortunate, but fortunate for the Wonder Boys as they do pick up 10 runs in the inning. Almost caught me there looking at that 0. But they do lead 11-1 heading into the top of the third. Back for the top of the third, Southern Nazarene. Up to the plate for them will be number 29, Braden Salinas. Takes a first pitch strike. Probably getting tired of standing. He just gets right from the outfield for about 45 minutes right to the plate. And he sends one foul to his side to left field, but goes out of play. 0-2 now.
Yeah, you got to adjust your mindset after having a long inning in the field. Got to go from feeling deflated to, all right, I got to do this here.
And Southern Nazarene kind of made it somewhat obvious there, especially with some of the plays behind the plate that they had no sense of urgency to really hustle, as that's a strikeout looking there for Salinas. Brings up Dominic Garcia. But, of course, if you're Arkansas Tech, you notice that no hustle mentality that's kind of brought out by Southern Nazarene. So how does your mentality change as a player to seeing that?
You just start getting a little bit more aggressive, knowing that you can take advantage of that. If players in the field aren't hustling, maybe you could steal another base, turn a single into a double.
Dominic Garcia sends a hot shot and skips under the glove of Cole Dawson. And that'll put a runner on Dominic Garcia. Brings up the leadoff hitter, Cade Ross, who had one of the two errors for Southern Nazarene at second base in that last inning. Went right under the glove, and that's really when the inning started to open up for Arkansas Tech. That could have been an inning-ending double play, but instead Wonder Boys go on to score 10 runs.
Yeah, that would have kept it a 5-1 ball game as well.
Had a fly out in his first at-bat to left field. Takes another ball, 2-0 now. Just one out, one runner on. Third pitch fouled back our way, 2-1. Cole Dixon, has a lot of insurance out on the mound with that 10-run inning put up. So I'm sure not as much stress on his shoulders now on the mound, just knows he needs to keep a firm lead on 10 runs.
Yeah, now all he's thinking is just execute my pitches and attack the zone, make these guys swing. They can swing into their outs. Seems to be struggling with his command a little bit more when he's in the stretch here today.
3-1. High heater gets the swing. 3-2. Really challenging. He does that a lot. He did that earlier with 2 strikes, sending like an inside heater. Does it there with the 3-1 and gets a swing out of Cade Ross. And the full count does it again. Ties him up inside. That's a tough pitch.
Yeah, I don't even know if Cole Dixon's happy with that strikeout. Both of those pitches he missed up and in. But got Ross to swing at both of them.
Brings up Blake Brinkmeyer to the plate for the Crimson Storm. 2 outs now. Still have that runner on first. Potentially see some action over there as he gets a wealthy lead. Swing and a miss. Cole Dixon finding a groove. 4 Ks so far for Cole Dixon. One of them was Blake Brinkmeyer in the first inning. Strike 2. Working towards that 5th K. Only at 45 pitches. Not too bad if he can get out of here under 50.
Solid lead over there from Garcia.
This is a little tapper sent through the infield. Probably going to make it in time, and he will. No throw from Weston Johnston. Kind of an awkward play. I think Johnson thought that one might travel foul. Stays within the infield. 2 runners on now with 2 outs. Brings up Kane Springer.
Yeah, just super unfortunate there. Shouldn't phase Cole Dixon, though. I assume he goes right back in there against Springer.
Springer had the ground out to Drew Vega. in his first at bat. Too low on the breaking ball from the first pitch from Dixon.
Vega playing more up the middle now. Tyler Sardelli playing more in the hole. He's got a long way to first base.
Liner sitting to the outfield. Throw from left.
What a throw.
Wow. My goodness. I mean, Derek Rocket with a rocket. My goodness. What a throw from left field. I thought that was a sure run for the Crimson Storm. But I guess nothing's guaranteed in life, especially when you have Derek Rocket in left field. Wonder Boys heading to the bottom of the third. No runs given up with an 11-1 lead. And up to the plate is the man that just made that phenomenal throw in left field, and that is Derek Rocket. He had a double in the first inning to lead off the game. He got hit by a pitch in the second inning, and he came around to score. So this man's been pretty productive today so far, to say the least.
Yeah, he was also the starting pitcher against Christian Brothers on Tuesday. Doing it all for this team. I believe he threw either 5 or 6 shutout innings. Still had enough in the tank to gun down the runner.
Pushes the count to 1-1. Critics are starting to wonder, what can he do? Sounds like he's got it all in the wheelhouse.
I can't think of anything.
That throw is probably one of the best I've seen this year at the Baz. Almost catches him at the plate there. Would have been the second walk of the day. Wonder Boys 8 for 15 at the plate compared to Southern Nazarene's 4 for 11. Just 2 strikeouts for the Wonder Boys so far in those 15 at-bats. That'll be a strike there. Pushes the count to 2-2.
Garcia, again, showing some pretty good stuff. Working quick here. Yeah, a little too quick for the umpire's liking. Didn't make eye contact with the hitter Rocket before he started his delivery.
Two now. Infield playing straight up. Outfield as well. This one's sent high in the sky down the left field line and will drop right by the line. Derek Rocket thinks about extending to 2, but just returns to first. And, I mean, Southern Nazarene just cannot catch a break today.
Yeah, I think that was also one of them where Rocket thought it was a foul ball, not knowing that that one might land fair, and it did. He didn't take out of the box till late. Probably would have had a stand-up double if he did. But just one of them where you hit it and you just have no idea where it went.
Unfortunate events today for Southern Nazarene. Cole Dawson sends one foul. Had a single, came around to score in the second inning. Had a ground out in the first. And that single came on that wild throw that went to first base where Southern Nazarene had the chance to throw home and get the force out, but did not. Too far outside. Discipline eye from Dawson.
Yeah, third baseman Brinkmeyer just decided to go with a much more difficult play and getting Cole Dawson at first with an off-balance throw.
Inside. Good eye again there from Dawson. Pushes the count. 2-1.
Seems like Garcia struggles a lot more with his command when he's in the stretch.
Another foul ball from Dawson. 2-2. This one sent high to the outfield. Sizing it up will be McAuliffe. Makes the catch. Returning to first will be Derek Rocket. And that's the first out here of the bottom of the third inning. That'll complete the first full inning pitched here for Christian Garcia.
Now it'll be Tyler Sardelli, the first baseman. Reached on a single last time he was up. Ended up scoring at an RBI. 1 for 2 today. This will be his last weekend series here at the Baz. So he rips this one into deep right field. Oh, shoot.
Looked like a home run off the bat. That looked like it was carrying far. Pulls back into the warning track. Can't quite pick up the home run.
Yeah, I thought he sent that one into the night sky. I thought it might have ended up on the football field, but I was a little wrong.
It looked like it from our view. That ball looked like it was going to hit the Baswell dormitory. Kirby Jenkins said, "I'll try you one better," as he looked like he's swinging for the fences.
Yeah, I lost the bat a little bit on that one.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Kirby Jenkins at the plate with Derek Rocket on first. Breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Hopefully the Wonder Boys offense stays locked in after putting up that 10-run second inning. It's easy to give up and just start coasting in this one, but
Worm burner, right to shortstop, flip to second, gets the out for Derek Rocket on the force. Wonder Boys pick up no runs in the inning, but have a solid inning with the bats in their hands, but brings Cole Dixon back to the mound for the top of the fourth. Back to the plate is Southern Nazarene. Up to the plate for them is the heavy hitter Josh Bay.
Was hit by a pitch the first time he was up in this one. Scored the lone run for the Crimson Storm in the second inning.
If I was him, I'm assuming he's going to try to improve on that home run total that he already has of 16. He's going to look to improve that here with a 10-run deficit facing him at the scoreboard.
Yeah, he might come into this at bat with a playing for me kind of attitude.
Sends a hot one to the feet of Cole Dixon, skips right through. He tried to kind of kick it over like Benavides did in that first inning. But Josh Bay gets on base yet again, gets to 1 for 1 on the day. Brings up man that's 0 for 1 in Braden Pingle.
Yeah, Cole Dixon just trying to play goalie there. Gets 5 holed by Bay.
Pingle struck out in his first plate appearance. Takes the first pitch low and inside. This one low as well. 2-0.
Yeah, it even seems like the Wonder Boys' energy is down now. Thinking that this one's over. Realistically, it's not.
3-0 now. And Johnston might realize that behind the dish, and he's going to go tell Cole Dixon that that's not the reality. And I'm sure if he doesn't, I'm sure head coach Dave Dawson will definitely get on him. Now, was Dave Dawson ever the type of coach to really kind of give out punishments for bad performance, like having to run or anything like that?
From time to time, but it's always team-based.
Could have been what Johnson was going for there. He's like, hey, I'm really not trying to run here. We're up 10 runs, but we don't get our act together still. We could be facing to some unforced punishment.
Yeah, you kind of just want to be the best you can be at all times, though. That's what a team leader does, realizes when the team is just down, needs a little momentum and motivation.
Works out pretty nicely for Weston Johnson. Gets the full count worked back. 3 straight strikes for Cole Dixon as soon as he has the talk. High ball there, works a walk. Now 2 on for Southern Nazarene with no outs. James Bodine up to the plate. He has an RBI today off his single in the second inning.
That would be nice to see Dixon's defense go to work behind him.
Big swing and a miss for James Bodine since it fouled behind the plate. First baseman Tyler Sardelli was playing very in on that one. Now backs up a bit. Brendan Bard still kind of hovering a little close at third.
Yeah, they're just playing that bunt just in case with 0 outs.
This one's sent to Bard. Touches one bag. Throw to second. Nice grab by Vega. Looks like it was about to squeeze out of the glove, but stays in. And that's a little bit of a better throw from Bard. That could have been a triple play.
Yeah, that was a tough play by Bard anyway. Not an easy throw to make. And Vega, oh my God, what a pick. Able to snag that one. Turn the double play.
Two outs now. Up to the plate is Aiden McCullough. On first now is Braden Pingle. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Breaking ball travels too far outside, 1-1. This one sent to second base. Drew Vega takes it in time, and not much hustle there to the bag. And that'll bring us to the end of the half inning, and Arkansas Tech will get the bats back up, leading 11-1.
Are you ready to get in on the action at Arkansas Tech? Join us for a campus tour and see firsthand why we're the perfect fit for you. Explore the state-of-the-art facilities, meet our friendly faculty and staff, and discover the vibrant student life that awaits. As a bonus, we are now giving bilingual tours in Spanish.
¿Te gustaría conocer el campus de Arkansas Tech? Contáctanos hoy y descubre por qué esta universidad es el lugar donde comienzan los sueños grandes. From our beautiful campus to our endless opportunities, there's something for everyone at ATU. Visit atu.edu/admissions to schedule your tour today and to start your journey to success.
Arkansas Tech back to the plate, and up for them will be Levi Martin. 2 for 2 today with a single and a double. Both came in the second inning. What are the odds he picks up a triple here?
I'd say lower than most. Doesn't exactly have the most speed. Has good pop in that bat, though. You saw it with the double. I think he'd have to stick this one down the right field line, tuck it in the corner.
No balls, 1 strike now for Levi Martin. And he sends a hot shot to short. Throw. Oh, nice grab over at first base by Bodine. Almost out of reach. Not a great throw from short by Garcia, but a phenomenal grab. Gets Levi Martin out.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he kept his foot on the base while stretching for that ball. Impressive play by the first baseman, Bodine.
No balls, no strikes, 1 out now. Tommy Kaya up to the plate. Foul ball sent directly behind home. Another one sent foul. This one down third base line. 0-2. Ballparks kind of went dead also. Not much going on from either dugout or any fans. It's all gotten pretty quiet here at the Baz.
Yeah, everybody just smiling and enjoying themselves now. Not really tense or locked into this game.
Not too much smiles coming from the Southern Nazarene side. A little dormant over there. As to be expected with an 11-1 deficit. Outside, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Tommy Kaya goes down on strikes. That'll be the second strikeout today for Christian Garcia. And now 2 outs, and that'll bring up Weston Johnston.
Johnston 1 for 2 today. Redshirt freshman has had a really good year at the plate for his first full season. Had a single in his first at-bat. Struck out in his last.
1 ball now, no strikes, 2 outs. Sends a good one up the middle, right to center field. Taking on a hop. Braden Pingle extends the inning. And now up to the plate will be Brendan Bard, who is still 0 for 0 today.
I'll say Johnson hits a lot of singles this year. Only 4 extra base hits, but he hits them hard every single time. Like he's just a little bit. If he gets under just a little bit more, a lot of those extra base hits will come into play for him.
Bard sends one foul away. Got walked in both at-bats. Came around to score in his first walk in the second inning. Only got to first on his second walk in the second inning. Garcia's now faced 11 batters, and he's given up 0 runs. He's done phenomenal on the mound so far for the Crimson Storm. Pitch count right around 40. He's got 2 strikeouts with just 1 walk. This one's sent high. And will go foul. Chasing after it was Kane Springer. Can't get to it. The 0-2 with 2 outs. Garcia looking to get out of this 4th inning. Count pushes to 1-2.
Not a bad pitch there from Garcia. Good call by the home plate umpire. That was a little bit outside. It's a good frame by the catcher Springer. Looks like we're going to get a dugout warning now. A lot of complaining going on. Tensions are high for the Crimson Storm.
No disrespect to this ball club, but I'm sure it's hard to be happy with a 1-23 record and you're down 10 runs. Especially as the head coach, which seems to be where the complaining is coming from.
Yeah, but if you're not complaining, are you really doing your job?
Some would argue that. I think both coaches from both teams today would argue that. I think my dad, a coach too, I think he'd argue that as well. I think that's just in the coaching gene of all of them. Something about that bickering, it really just gets them going. It's just part of the job. It's like when they give you the contract, it's just in the job description. No matter what sport you got. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bard swings at 1 high, sends it foul. Into no man's land. No play to be made. Delivery from Garcia. Another foul ball. Extends the at-bat. Bard continues to battle.
It'd be awesome to see Bard pick up a hit or 2 this weekend. His last time here at the Baz. He's been an anchor at third base all season long for multiple seasons for this Wonder Boys team.
Another foul ball. He is battling at the plate. We're going to run out of baseballs. Wonder Boys 10 for 22 at the plate, batting .455 as a team today. Compared to Southern Nazarene's 5 for 14. And that'll be a strike 3 in the dirt for Brendan Bard. And that'll put the gloves back out for the Wonder Boys. Bats back up for Southern Nazarene. Into the 4th, Arkansas Tech leads 11-1.
You belong at a school that understands your needs. At Arkansas Tech University, you'll receive a personalized education designed with your interests in mind, offering over 150 degree options both online and in person, with classes taught by dedicated instructors committed to helping you succeed in your chosen field. Grow beyond your expectations. Apply today and discover why you belong at ATU.
Back for the top of the fifth. Up to the mound now for Arkansas Tech. It's still Cole Dixon. Up to the plate for Southern Nazarene is the left fielder Braden Salinas, who struck out in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, Cole Dixon's been awesome today. Through 4 innings, he's only given up 5 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. 64 pitches right now.
Another foul ball sent back.
And those baseballs aren't cheap either.
And they're gonna have to get a big resupply here with today's foul ball countage. Because my goodness, we've sent at least 20 out of the park.
Yeah, we're going to need a lot more donations to the Arkansas baseball team. Needing to pay for these baseballs.
And if you'd like to donate to the Arkansas Tech baseball team or even own the ballpark for a day, you only have 2 days left, but it's never too late. You can contact W. Piker1 at atu.edu. It's a fly out down the third base line to Brendan Bard. Great start to the inning for the Wonder Boys.
And there should be a lot of tailgating tomorrow for senior day in game 1 in the doubleheader. There'll be some food trucks beyond right field.
Too far outside, 1 ball. Up to the plate, Dominic Garcia. Had a single in his first plate appearance in the third. Two balls, 1 strike now for Dixon. At 68 pitches around there, what do you expect his pitch count to get to today if he continues to fire in strikes?
I think head coach Dave Dawson is just going to let the senior do his best here. You want his pitch count to be a little bit higher going into playoffs too. Able to go over 100 pitches.
Fires in a strike, pushes the count to full, 3-2. Bouncer sent to third base. Bard fires in time in the dirt to Tyler Sardelli. Nice throw by Bard. Even better grab by Sardelli. Pushes to 2 outs here in the top of the fifth.
Brendan Bard never ceases to amaze me. Makes hard plays look so easy. Good strong throw off balance as well.
Up to the plate will be the leadoff hitter, Cade Ross. He's 0 for 2 today with a fly out to center field and a strikeout in the third. First pitch taken for a strike. Second pitch ball, 1-1. One sent down the right field line, and foul pushes the count to 1-2.
Dixon has thrown a lot of backdoor sliders to lefties today. Won't be surprised if he tries one here.
High down the left field line. Goes just foul, just past the brick wall in the bullpen. Can't quite get to it. Keeps the count at 1-2.
That could be a setup pitch there for the backdoor breaker.
Strike three, and that'll be another strikeout for Cole Dixon. That's his fifth on the day. Just gets to 74 pitches. Arkansas Tech heading into the bottom of the fifth, holding an 11-1 lead.
Arkansas Tech University has pathways to go to college beyond free and help cover the cost of your education. While other universities may claim a debt-free option via a special scholarship, ATU doesn't need a special scholarship to cover tuition and mandatory fees because we're already one of the most affordable universities in the state. Instead, ATU offers 5 pathways for graduating high school seniors to cover the cost of attending classes. And one of these 5 pathways could pay for you. Apply today at atu.edu/beyondfree.
Back for the bottom of the fifth, Arkansas Tech up to the plate. For them will be number 1, Drew Vega. He's over 2 today with a line out to third and a line out to right.
Yeah, 2 hard hit balls from Drew Vega today, and he adds on to that total.
I would say hard hit. That was more of a blooper. It looked hard hit off the bat. That one drops in for a blooper base hit for Drew Vega. Pushes him to 1 for 3 on the day.
Ain't that just the craziest thing about baseball? 2 absolute barrels from Drew Vega today, and the one that lands for a hit is a blooper.
Derek Rocket is 2 for 2 today, though. He has a double. He's been hit by pitch. And he has a single that came in the first, second, and third.
Christian Garcia has been awesome for the Crimson Storm. Coming in relief. He's had 2.2 innings so far. 4 hits, 1 run. It wasn't even earned.
Hard hit ball there by Rocket. Squeezes through. Vega extends to third. Runners on the corners now with 2 outs. Wonder Boy Bats getting back going. You hear some cheering from this crowd again.
Yeah, what a day Derek Rocket's been having. 3 for 3 now.
You know, it's senior weekend. He's just a sophomore and he's showing out.
Gunned out that guy at the plate earlier in this one from left field.
And as a former player with people like Derek Rocket, who is very, very talented, just a sophomore, how much of a worry is it in the dugout now with the transfer portal as Cole Dawson sends one to second? Tag at first, gets the out there, and he makes it safely to first on a good run. But how much of a worry is the transfer portal, especially within the dugout? And when do you kind of notice that guys might be on their way out?
Yeah, that usually comes with how happy someone is somewhere, or if they're really, outperforming their competitors. But really, in baseball, you could get noticed anywhere. You could be a hitter at the D2 level, put up stellar numbers, and get drafted in higher rounds in the MLB draft.
Nice pitch there by Christian Garcia.
The transfer portal for baseball is more so, where do you fit? If you fit somewhere better, or if you're unhappy with your squad and coaching staff or teammates at a place, you might transfer, try to fit in somewhere else.
Potential team needs, if you're a higher classman guy, a junior or senior with an extra year left, and you got a guy potentially like even Derek Rocket, a sophomore that's playing great, and you think your spot might get took, of course you're gonna try to move on. This one bounces far off the foot of home plate catcher Kane Springer, and Cole Dawson will advance to second.
Yeah, baseball is weird. You will find a lot more Division I bounce backs because they'll just be benched on their Division I teams, and they'll go to the D2 level to get more playing time, showcase their skills. Same can be said for the Division II level. If you don't get a lot of playing time, maybe you go Division III or JUCO.
A foul ball by Tyler Sardelli pushes the count to 2-2. Out of all the college sports that have been affected by the transfer portal, baseball could be potentially one of the ones that houses more guys, loses less the transfer portal, because, of course, in the dugout, you can gain a lot more relationships. And, of course, if you like your staff in baseball, I feel like it would technically be easier to keep a potential squad together, like people like Kirby Jenkins and Tyler Sardelli that have been with Arkansas Tech for a good while.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's not really more of a money grab than football and basketball. A lot more loyalty involved with baseball.
Nice line drive sent by Tyler Sardelli. Drops down for a base hit. Cole Dawson was waiting on it to drop. Only advances to third. Thought center fielder Braden Pingle might be able to get into that one, but it doesn't. Runners on the corners. Christian Garcia's pitched to beauty, like you said, but maybe now Arkansas Tech starting to figure him out. Got that one earned run put up on the board for him now. He's got over 50 pitches. He's got runners on the corners now with just one out.
Yeah, he might have not have been extended in his pitch count coming into this one. Now he's throwing a lot for this team. He's had a lot of success. But not really someone he wants to see at the plate with runners on.
That one comes high and inside for Kirby Jenkins, and Cole Dawson makes it in with no throw, jogs it in, and that'll be another run for the Wonder Boys. They continue to extend this lead, and it's getting a little out of hand. I mean, it's been out of hand since the second inning, but Wonder Boys is adding to that now, 13-1 lead.
Yeah, I will say there's no effort on these wild pitches for this catcher Springer and any of the Crimson Storm pitchers.
Another one here, and no throw to third, not even a cover to third from Brinkmeyer. Back-to-back wild pitches. Some more action over in the Southern Nazarene pen. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk for Kirby Jenkins, brings up Levi Martin. And you have to wonder, with this 1-23 conference record, if this happens to be the tale of all tales for Southern Nazarene, if they potentially get down and they kind of just call the game early and they kind of just don't have the best mentality to continue to hustle.
Yeah, sports and life are easy when you're winning, and when you're losing consistently like this, it's hard to have any hopes whatsoever. You can clearly see that here. They've experienced way too much of that, or this year.
And of course, just going back to that transfer portal, this could potentially bring forth some of that transfer portal for Southern Nazarene. Of course, having a record like this is not going to want to make a lot of players really stay with the squad, especially if they have talent and they know they have it.
You know, a lot of their hitters have pretty good stats too, so maybe they test the portal. Or, you know, maybe they're happy and decide they want to try to build something here.
And with really no limitations on the portal now, there's no reason not to even just put your name out there, because I'm sure Southern Nazarene wouldn't mind to take a lot of these guys back, even if they do go in the portal and don't get the best offer. 3-1 now with 1 out.
Another walk here for Garcia. Yeah, the wheels are coming off for him. I think it's time for him to get pulled out of this one. See if the head coach goes and talks to his pitcher. Looking like he's not.
We still got ducks on the pond here. Bases loaded for Arkansas Tech. Not the first time they've had this today. This comes yet again with 1 out. And the runner out at home plate. Sardelli didn't think they were going to really hustle for it. He really didn't have a full sprint to home. And Kane Springer gets the tag.
That was a good read by Tyler Sardelli. He took off right away. Just an unfortunate big bounce off the padding here at the Baz behind home plate. Allowed Springer to dive back and get Sardelli the most hustle we've seen out of him today.
That wasn't going to get covered by Garcia on the mound. That one goes too far outside, pushes the count to 2-0. That really helps out this offense a lot now, too. With 2 outs, they have a lot better chance to get out of here now with 2 runners in scoring position.
Yeah, and you really expect your pitchers to go cover home. Like, make a mistake, should be able to go cover. Now it looks like he hit Tommy Kia.
Might have saved a run because Jenkins was ready to go at third. Pushes the Ducks on the pond yet again now. Weston Johnson up to the plate, 2 for 3 on the day. As a single came around to score in the second, had a strikeout in the second, and a single in the fourth.
And this is just what the doctor ordered for this Wonder Boys team, needing their offense to improve, especially when they go to Oak Bap next weekend, where they face the #1 hitting team in the conference. Oak Bap's batting .342 as a team this year. Insane numbers.
Yeah, .342 for a team is absolutely nuts, but Arkansas Tech pitching has been pretty solid so far this year, especially when they get their good arms up on the mound. You get performances like this from Cole Dixon. Really opens up the bullpen, opens up starting pitchers to perform at a high level. And, you know, if their bats can get going like they did tonight, they definitely have a fair shot. Not even a run to the mound. Didn't even get off the dirt from Christian Garcia.
If I was a head coach, I'd pull him right now. That's inexcusable. I don't care what point of the game it is. Showing your team you don't care or you're fed up with it after you make a mistake.
Then goes inside, and that's another walk. And I mean, it was just 1 or 2 outs ago on the scoreboard that Christian Garcia had a beauty going. He was pitching great for the Southern Nazarene squad. Arkansas Tech was halted to that 11-run mark since the second inning.
It looks like they're going to roll with him just to try to get one more out.
And as someone that's in the booth, I respect that to not give us a breakup here just to get a new pitcher warmed up out here. But it looks like he's trying to take the heads off of these Wonder Boys.
Buzzing a lot of towers now. Certainly doesn't have a lot of feel for his pitches anymore.
That one's sent high and far, but foul. Brendan Bard up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He's had 2 walks and a strikeout. Came around to score on his first walk in the second inning. Sends another one high foul, same location. 1-2 now, 2 outs.
Yeah, he's doing his best to try to get a senior weekend grand slam here.
Sends one to right field. Catch is made there by McAuliffe, and that's the best break that Southern Nazarene's gotten all day. They get off the field. Arkansas Tech holds the 14-1 run lead heading into the 6th. Back for the top of the 6th inning, Arkansas Tech on the mound. Southern Nazarene to the plate. Up to bat for Southern Nazarene will be number 12, Blake Brinkmeyer, the third baseman. Just a solo run on the board so far for Southern Nazarene today. And first pitch strike delivered by Cole Dixon. They don't got much time to make up for it with really just this inning and then the top of the 7th, the run rule in play. This one fouled back and away. 0-2. Dixon through the delivery. Another foul ball. My goodness, so many foul balls today. The 0-2. Dixon has pitched an absolute beauty so far today, giving up 5 hits. This one popped. Play made by Cole Dawson. The shortstop comes over into Drew Vega's area, but makes the play. Gets the first out for the Wonder Boys. Up to the plate now will be the catcher, Kane Springer. That is fair share of work behind the plate today. Lots of wild pitches to be taken in. Dixon fires a high fastball in for the ball of the second at-bat of the top of the 6th. Both teams look like they're just ready to go. Dixon is getting up and going. And he fires another ball there, pushes the count to 2-0. Both teams a little sped up, just trying to kind of get out of this one. Run rule is definitely in effect with a 14-1 lead. This one sent foul. Two now. Another foul ball, 2-2. And this one sent to short. Making the play again will be Cole Dawson. Fire to first in time. That'll be the second out of the inning. We'll get Jonah back here in a second. He's being our exterminator for the time being. He just took care of a horsefly here in the booth. Very appreciative. So we'll get him back on air here pretty soon. Strike there by Cole Dixon. 0-1 now, 2 outs.
Talk about Cole Dixon today, been absolutely stellar.
Swinging out of the shoes there is Josh Bay. He's swinging for the fences, and that pushes this count now to 0-2.
Love to see Cole's try to finish this one here.
Hard one hit to center field, making it easily there will be Kirby Jenkins. Pushes us to the end of the top of the sixth. Arkansas Tech gets the bats back up. Could be the last time they bat today if they keep the runs in play.
Welcome to St. Mary's Regional Health System, your trusted healthcare partner in Russellville. Since 1925, we've grown alongside our community, providing compassionate care to generations. With advances in technology and a dedicated team, we continue to evolve, driven by our mission of making communities healthier. Thank you, Russellville, for allowing our family to care for yours. St. Mary's Regional Health System, making communities healthier.
Back for the bottom of the sixth. Got Jonah with us again. And Dylan Trammell's on the mound here for Southern Nazarene. He has a 27 ERA, and that comes in just 6 1/3 pitch. And a 3.47 whip. Drew Vega up to the plate. What are you expecting here out of Dylan Trammell?
I expect the Wonder Boys to have a lot of success against him, just looking at his numbers. Hasn't had a lot of appearances this year, just his 7th.
Nice first pitch, gets a first pitch strike. Of course, Southern Nazarene kind of just probably going to lower bullpen guys at this point with the 14-1 deficit that they're facing. And guys that actually want to pitch and not just out there. I'm sure some of these guys that have the higher ERA, they want the chance to try to improve their stats, try to get more time on the mound, especially he only has 6 1/3 pitch. Of course, the reps is always what you want. And that is a beautiful breaking ball as that drops in for a second strike.
Yeah, 19 runs given up in 6 innings is kind of impressive, honestly, but Hopefully the Wonder Boys can tack on here.
This one fouled behind the plate. Count stays at 1-2. Another breaking ball. Vega doesn't chase. 2-2.
Wonder Boys have had a lot of success against Oklahoma teams here at home this year. They swept ECU earlier.
Hot shot sent to second. Cade Ross makes the throw to first in time. That'll be the first out of the bottom of the sixth.
That series wasn't really close whatsoever here at the Baz. And then they faced SWOSU in their first GAC play, where they won that series. Only one loss to Oklahoma teams here at home this year.
In the last that SWOSU series, that was that 16-15 game. I'm sure you remember that one that we called. That one was something.
Yeah, it was an electrifying game.
This one sent to left field side, chasing after it and making a nice grab in left field will be Braden Salinas, making a nice grab for the second out. Derek Rocket had solid contact, pushing him to 3 for 4 on the day now. And Cole Dawson, who's 1 for 4, up to the plate.
It's actually a new person in left field. That is Ryder Schneibelhut. He makes the play on Derek Rocket. That wasn't an easy play either. Very long defense there.
Dawson sends this one foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike delivered there. Nice pitch from Dylan Trammell. He's 2/3 in so far. No runs given up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dawson sends this one foul and out of play. Count stays 1-2. Breaking ball goes too high. Count pushes to 2-2. Looks like there's a couple new faces out for Southern Nazarene. I'm sure head coach wanted to give some guys some different playing time here, especially as we get close to the end of the season. Some seniors potentially. Too far outside. Full count.
I know they call Cole Dawson Mini Dave because he looks just like his father. They also dress the same on the baseball field. I don't think I've seen either of them with their pants down.
And Cole Dawson strikes out. And that takes us to the end of the 6th and to the top of the 7th. Arkansas Tech leads 14-1.
Welcome to St. Mary's Regional Health System, your trusted healthcare partner in Russellville. Since 1925, we've grown alongside our community, providing compassionate care to generations. With advances in technology and a dedicated team, we continue to evolve, driven by our mission of making communities healthier. Thank you, Russellville, for allowing our family to care for yours. St. Mary's Regional Health System, making communities healthier.
now for Arkansas Tech. They don't let Cole Dixon finish, but Jude Stewart is on the mound now, and this is his first appearance, as far as we know, this season. The freshman, let me say, as far as we know, he has a great walk-up song, Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash, and fires in a first-pitch strike.
Yeah, and I'm sure Cole Dixon wanted to finish in this one. But instead, going to the freshman, Jude Stewart.
Ball there. It's not like when you're in for a long time, it's not always easy to finish, especially when you get tired, get the pitch count up, and sometimes you know whenever you need to pull yourself out. Ball 2, 2-1. Braden Pringle's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout and a walk. Takes another ball high there, 3-1.
This lefty Stewart can actually bring in a little bit. Got some velo on him.
His 5-pitch walk to Braden Pringle, and that brings up James Bodine.
Bodine's 1 for 2 today. It's an opportunity against Stewart, the freshman, in his first appearance in college. Like to see him shut the door here.
Not necessarily the save opportunity you're thinking of when you think of relieving in the potential last inning, but he'd be happy to close this one out, especially in his first ever performance on senior weekend. I'm sure the freshman closing it out, that'd be a story he'd have to tell for a while, especially to hang his hat on for this freshman season.
Yeah, tries to go off speed there. Not even really sure what it was. Just kind of floated at the top of the zone.
Nice pitch there. Pushes the count to 1-2, forcing the initiative now more here in the second at bat. The 1-2 from Stewart. Too far outside, 2-2. Strike 3 picks up the first career strikeout in conference play. And that'll be the first out of the top of the 7th. Great pitch there from Jude Stewart.
Looks like they're going to save that ball for Jude Stewart. Good motion by the catcher, Weston Johnston, to throw that to the dugout. Moment he can cherish.
Aiden McAuliffe, not a game he wants to cherish as he has 2 flyouts so far today. And he's back up to the plate as a runner on first. First pitch can't be honed in by Johnston. A ball, 1-0. You know, I'm envisioning a little bit of a poetic ending here. I'm thinking a double play to close this one out for the freshman.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Not going to do it on a high pitch like that. Pushes the count to 2-0. 9 for 21 at the plate today. Southern Nazarene, 238 average. Only 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. Arkansas Tech, 13 for 31 with a 419 average. Good pitch there from Jude Stewart. Fires in a strike, 2-1.
Yeah, finally lands that breaking ball. Good confidence.
Both teams are pretty similar with runners in scoring position. Nazarene is 2 for 4, batting .500. It's just the amount of reps that's the difference, as this one is sent into right center field. Play made in right by Tommy Kaya. Ball comes back in. 2 outs now. 2 for 4, runner in scoring position for Southern Nazarene. 6 for 13 for Arkansas Tech. Just having that many opportunities is what's been the real difference maker. And in every other hitting stat, Southern Nazarene is pretty close to Arkansas Tech. Too far inside on the breaking ball. Ball one.
Yeah, you can hear Coach Dave Dawson getting into the boys a little bit, wanting them to finish in this one.
That was a close call there. That one looked like a strike to me. Umpire does not reward the freshman.
Gotta earn it here, buddy.
Umpire just wants to stay out on the field a little bit longer. This one fouled off. I don't believe he's getting hourly wage, but if he is, he's trying to work for that some more.
I really like Jude Stewart's delivery, too. Looks like he's got a lot more in the tank than whatever he's throwing right now.
That one's too far inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Got to be pretty nervous out there. I mean, first appearance of the season. But, I mean, you got a big lead to work with, so not too much weight on your shoulders. But, of course, you want to get your team out of here. There's a strike. 3-2, full count. Runner's going to be on the go here in the top of the 7th. Opportunity for Jude Stewart to bring it home and send us home into tomorrow. Drew Vega makes a sliding play. Poetic justice. What an ending. Drew Vega gets us out of here. Jude Stewart, a shutout inning delivered from the freshman. He picks up a strikeout with it. Arkansas Tech picks up a 14-1 win against the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm. We'll be back tomorrow. And what are we expecting for tomorrow's game with this dominant victory from Tech today?
Yeah, I'd assume more of the same, especially with everybody on the pitching staff available to go other than Cole Dixon. Threw a gem in this one. The pitching is just too good for Tech, and I expect that to be more of the same tomorrow.
Arkansas Tech now improves to 23-18 on the season and 17-8 in the Great American Conference. Southern Nazarene 8-31 overall and 1-24 in the GAC. Arkansas Tech can pick up 2 more conference wins tomorrow and have 19 total. What are they going to have to execute to make that happen? What is Arkansas Tech going to have to do to make sure that these runs pile up again tomorrow and make sure that the pitching is intact just to pick up another win?
Yeah, I mean, they just got to do more of the same today, laying into everybody and finding ways on base, and hopefully they don't have to play small ball, can keep lighting up the score sheet and putting up crooked numbers.
Arkansas Tech gets out here today with a 14-1 victory. We'll be back at the Baz tomorrow. First game starts at 1. Senior ceremony starts at 12:45. I'm Cade Hauser, joined by Jonah Procott. We'll see you tomorrow.